But it's gonna be alright. Cause me and my clique, we don't give a fuck. Trick Daddy, good job, let's go. If you know that you can get it, let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you know that you can get it, let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. If you want some, come get some.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to FTW Future Focus, the place where we make wrestling interesting. I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and joining me to my side here is the silent but deadly man from Chicago, Illinois, and he has about as much use for women's wrestling as I do for technical difficulties. And did you see that? He switched windows on me. Marvelous Marcus Buckley, how's it going, sir?
It's straight. And you know what? That might change. This was a good week.
Excellent. See, it changed again.
That might change, at least for the week anyway.
Well, I'm going to change your name to Magic Marcus Buckley because you just switched places on me three times. Three times. Marvelous Marcus Buckley.
Here we go.
Wow. Okay. Just to make things interesting, right now above me, but that could change, and it just did, is the master of wine, women's song, and cigars, chugging on a beer and having a good old time in the dating world of the universe. He is Tony Motown Allen, the president of Motown Wrestling Group on Facebook. How's it going, Motown?
It's going real good. This nice day, other than the Bears. But it was kind of nice, though, because the Bears wasn't coming on here, but they got Sunday ticket free this weekend, so I was actually able to watch that, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Was it a fiasco, a disaster?
It was a typical Bears game. Yeah. Winnable game and too many fucking mistakes. I mean, all the games they lost, they beat themselves more than anybody else does.
That sounds familiar.
Game guy.
Cool.
This ain't a prediction.
It's a spoiler. All right. Well, I am rocking the original FTW jersey today, as per my camaraderie demands. And speaking of camaraderie and loyalty and respect, to my caddy corner is the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, my pal and friend, former professional wrestler, producer, and a hell of a handsome gentleman. He is the mastermind, Bobby Rogers. Bobby, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. My screen is a little frozen, and it's not the Disney kind either. So, yeah.
Last time my screen was frozen when I was in my second marriage. That bitch froze a lot of shit on my ass.
Boy.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. We're on the board,
hey,
and
tell me.
My second marriage was like a Diddy party without the baby oil.
Boy.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh my God, we're at 181.
You know what they say? Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus 183. And we're off and running. Well, no, 182. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're off and running.
That's what she said.
Now it's 183. Thank you for joining us. Oh, good Lord. All right. As we start out our journey today, we are going to start with our review of AEW Full Gear. Did everybody see the show already?
Yes.
I've seen 98% of it.
Okay. Well, the 2% that you're missing, we can definitely fill you in on. So,
I wish it was 100% I was missing.
What's that?
I wish it was 100% I was missing.
Oh, you might not feel that. Well, never mind. We'll get there. We'll get there. First match on the docket, the AEW World Tag Team titles on the line. The Private Party defending against the Outrunners, the Acclaimed, and the Kings of the Black Throne. Motown, let's start with you. What'd you give this?
Give it a 2. I wasn't really into. I already don't like scramble matches. I really don't like tag team scramble matches even more. I mean, you have 4 teams in here. Give me like just straight up Private Party versus one of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool that they kept the titles. I mean, it's too early for them to lose them. I honestly really love the entrance by House of Black. I mean, that was pretty fucking tight.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I don't get is what's going on with the Acclaim. Like, they about to split them up?
It seems like it, yeah.
But it's just, I don't understand, like, what the deal. It seemed like, what, the fans are turning on Caster, but behind Bowens? Did I get that right?
See, it was Bowen's hometown or close to it. They were in Jersey, so apparently that's where Bowens is from. And they did something with the Hurt Syndicate where MVP is trying to recruit Caster, but not Bowens.
Okay. Well, since it's obvious that this is about to end soon, and it's been a long time since I did this. I'm on earmuffs, Marcus, because scissor me daddy. Oh, scissor me daddy.
Oh God. Oh, it's been so long, I'm not even gonna ding that.
I mean, Billy Gunn is the GOAT. I mean, he was part of Suck It and the Scissor Me Daddy.
So what's your score, Tony?
Oh, I gave it a 2.
Bobby, what do you think?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Well, you're contractually obligated to score the match. You don't have to, like, wipe your ass with it and throw it in the garbage, but, you know.
Oh, but that's what's going to happen. That's definitely what's going to happen.
I figured. Go ahead, eviscerate it.
Okay, look. House of Black was on point.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give them that props. I like the Outrunners.
I did too. I called some matches for them.
But Private Party no. I think I really would have liked it if Outrunners would have won this match. I think they could have took it and did some stuff with the title and made it interesting. Outrunners versus the House of Black, the real serious versus the real goofy. I can see that contrast going and being good. Private Party has been playing with their private parts too long for me to take them serious. And they're doing the crap with the Acclaim. I'm sorry. I just don't like that either. If everybody remembers back in the day, and I get the name of the Outrunners and where it's coming from because of their clothes. If you remember, it was a video game. Back in the day, it was made by Sega. If you ever went to an arcade, it was a red car that you would sit in, and you would drive through like series of towns and everything, and all of the colors on there were those bright colors like what they wear. I'm thinking that's where they get their name from, and I think that's a pretty cool homage to that video game. It was one of the top-rated video games back in the day.
Cruising the World? No, that's an arcade game.
No, but you know how it is. They name it off of stuff. I'm hoping it is. But, I mean, score for the match 1.5. Can't give it to a high internet because it was crap.
I'm surprised you gave it that much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Marcus?
I was having a good time, though, until something happened. So I was kind of in a good mood at the point.
Okay, Marcus.
I gave this match a 2.5. I thought it was okay. I thought there was a chance the Outrunners would win because they're so over right now. But you know, that didn't happen. To me, the star of this match was Brody King. To me, this has been Brody King's best match. I've seen him in since he's joined a. If they break up the House of Black, I really hope they do something with him. But Other than that, your typical scramble match, not really anything to it. I definitely think they about to break up the Acclaim because that stupid ass chant is finally wearing off, and they have to depend on their wrestling, which is adequate at best. So it's not really surprising that they're gonna split them up.
Yes.
Getting kind of stale now. So, so overall 2.5. Oh,
Bears tied up the game 27-27 going into overtime.
They actually made that damn field goal.
Yes.
Man.
Who did?
The
Bears. They tied the game up.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Man.
As far as this match, I concur with Marcus, 2.5. It was a decent enough opener, but we've seen too many like this before. House of Black were the MVPs of this match.
Yeah.
Malachi and Brody King showed out very well. They kind of did the opposite thing at the beginning of the match to what is typically done in scrambles, but they reverted back to the typical formula at the end. So that was disappointing, and that title is now ours again because it's been retired from AEW.
Yes.
So there we go. But overall, I'm not exactly sold on the direction that they're going with the Acclaimed. I think it's just a extemporaneous storyline that they're trying to push in order to in order to involve the Hurt Syndicate and the whole thing. So it was a typical match for AEW, and it was a decent enough opener, but it wasn't enough. So 2.5 on that. Next match was MJF versus Roderick Strong. This match kind of surprised me in the fact, and we have Ty Nicholson, the Tigress, joining us from North Carolina. How's it going, dear?
I know, I'm late. Y'all shut up. Be glad I'm here, y'all.
We didn't say anything, but we already started the review of Full Gear. What did you feel about the tag title match?
It was great. I am so glad Private Party retained. Because I said on the last show, Tony Khan would be a damn fool if he let Private Party drop the tag titles. I told y'all it's too soon for them to drop the titles.
What was your score?
My score was a 3.
Wow. You gave it the highest. That is cool. That is cool. Okay, next match, again, MJF versus Roderick Strong. And since you just came on the scene, Tigress, you can go first on this one.
I give this a 2. This should have been better.
Yeah.
Way better. I was gonna give this match of the night, but I don't know. This is not my. I'm sorry, but this was not my match of the night.
All righty. Marcus, how'd you feel about this?
I'm with Ty. I was really let down by this match. I gave it 2.25. I thought Roddy I thought he looked good in this match, but I don't know. It was just missing something. I don't know, and I don't understand. Like they sure made him. It's like they were going back and forth, and then next thing I know, he's tapping. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't understand. Okay, I know they're doing what they're doing for a purpose of the story, but what the fuck took so long for Adam Cole, the Kingdom, and the other, what's his name, Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, I mean, it took them forever to come out and say they boy.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Like
it took literally 5 years for them to come out there and save Roderick Strong.
It was like they weren't paying attention, and then somebody had to get their attention. Like, hey, you guys are up.
Yeah, but like all four of them, like goddamn. You know, I don't know. I just thought that was odd, but
that was real odd.
Yeah, but to me, I say that to me, the match was a letdown. 2.25.
I told y'all. It took him 5 years to get his attention.
Yeah. Bobby.
This is bullshit. This was God. I don't know how many ways that I can describe how much AEW fucked up on this. This was a failure from not only execution standards for the people that was in the ring, it was a failure of execution standards on the production team. It was failure of execution on the story writing team. It was a failure of execution on all sides, period. This was terrible. This wasn't even Rampage work. I mean, I hate doing this because MJF was involved in. I love MJF, but this whole thing was stupid. It was stupid as fuck. It makes no sense. It has no fucking purpose. It's a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of my fucking time. I'm giving it a 0.5.
Wow. Okay. Motown.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. I give the match a 3. I thought but it's kind of funny because in my notes I had on here it was a decent match, but just felt like something was missing. So it's kind of funny that Marcus said that because I felt the exact same way. Like it was just like something was missing in this match.
The
And the crazy part about it is, no matter what MJF does, he's not a heel. Like he does heel shit, people love him. Like no matter what he does, people just gonna love him. But it just seems like MJF is off now. Like ever since his return, I don't know. It just seems like it's different with MJF now, and it's not a good different.
You mean like a bad different?
It just doesn't seem the same. Like something's off with him. Like his in-ring work is okay, but I don't think his in-ring work is as good as it was during his championship run and his in-ring work prior to that since he's been back.
I want to respond to that when everybody takes their turn.
And the reason I gave it a 3, mostly because of Roddy Strong, which was kind of crazy because I was not really expecting him to be like the standout in this match. But no, he actually did pretty decent though. But
that's why I said on the last show, Adam Cole should have been in this match.
Well, that's the crazy part about it. It's like you rush other matches onto the pay-per-view. When I say other matches, I'm talking about like Bobby Lashley and Swerve. It's way too soon for them to be wrestling. But then you're dragging your feet on this. I mean, you have a pay-per-view match. Roger Strong and MJF have been wrestling on free TV, and then Adam Cole should have had the pay-per-view. Like the feud itself is Adam Cole and MJF. Roddy's just happened to be a byproduct of the feud because he's friends with Adam Cole, but that's the feud. That's the match the fans wanted to see. So I just don't know where they're going with this. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it possible that they might be leading up to Adam Cole and MJF too?
I mean, they are leading up to it though, but what are you gonna do that? You're gonna like have MJF and Roger Strong on the pay-per-view and then have them two like finish off the feud on fucking Dynamite?
No.
Tony Khan now.
Yeah.
Well, I would admit that would be a ridiculous mistake if they did, but let me chime in here because I know that Bobby wants to have a word about this. I gave this 3.25, and the reason that I rated it like upper middle tier here is because we were all expecting this match to not work. And you are all right in that there was something weird here. And I think what it was is that, number one, the crowd was divided and they weren't supposed to be. Number two, the match itself, and this was a theme on the night, had a much different pace than what we're used to in AEW. They took their time and slowed everything down for this match, which is not atypical of AEW's overall style. Number three, they were dealing with a lot of excess storyline, which this surprises me because everyone on the panel, since we've more or less been covering AEW, is saying that AEW needs more storylines. But it seems like everybody on here disliked the way that they did the storyline.
Because
so
the storyline is Adam Cole and MJF. So you got a storyline you're not following.
I know that, but there's also a whole lot of residual stuff with the Undisputed Kingdom, MJF, and the leftovers from the Devil angle. So it seems to me like they're trying to flush that all down the same pipe, and they can't decide who the heel is. Because Motown, you did hit a good point. MJF, no matter what he does right now, especially in Jersey, they love him on the East Coast. In Jersey and in New York, no matter how much of a scumbag MJF is, people are still going to cheer him. They had dueling chants. He's our scumbag. No, he's not. And the crowd was too divided for the storyline to be properly elevated. So I guess that might be why they didn't do the Adam Cole match yet. But that's just my theory. But the storyline, strangely enough, dragged this match down, and the pace and the fact that they were trying to make the match more traditional. If you notice that, MJF was working on that hand and those fingers the whole time and weakening the arm, and that's why the Salt of the Earth won the match. And there was psychology behind that. It's just that it didn't.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it was a decent match. I do like the traditional part of the match. That's why I gave it a 3, despite some of the stuff I didn't like about it, though.
Right.
Being divided. Part of the reason the crowd was divided because that ain't the match they wanted.
That's true too. I won't deny that.
If Adam Cole versus MJF, it would have been more definitive. Cole's the babyface and MJF as the heel. He'll still get some of his cheers because no matter what, people are gonna like him. Yeah. But it wouldn't be as divided though if it would have been Adam Cole.
Well, there's another factor here in that they might be saving it for January for the Max preview, for the Max debut.
Oh, Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, that might be why. Bobby, what were your thoughts on that?
Well, you just took one of my points out. That I think they are saving it for January. But the other part, it's not so, and I know what you're talking about, Rob. You know, we do talk about they don't have a storyline here. They don't, AEW does not produce storylines and blah, blah, blah. But this shows why they don't, because they can't execute producing a storyline that makes sense. This is a failed execution by the AEW staff. This is not controlling your workers and showing them, hey, this is going to look fucking stupid. Don't do this shit. Do this. You know what I'm saying? This is giving them free reign and let them do what they want and fuck up. And MJF, I'm pretty sure was probably like, blah, blah, blah. And Colin was like, no, let's do blah, blah, blah. And MJF was like, okay, I didn't argue with it. Fuck it. I'm getting paid. And he just got a fat ass contract. He don't give a fuck. He getting paid. So I go ahead, do what you do. I'm getting my money at the end of the night and I'm going to fuck home. You know, it's a thing of execution. And this is what I go back to what I said last week. The fundamentals of wrestling. You must follow the fundamentals for it to be good. AEW did not do that. Why is the Hurt Syndicate right now making sense and everybody's invested in the Hurt Syndicate? Because they're following the fundamentals and it makes sense. Why nobody likes MJF and this storyline as much as the Hurt Syndicate? It's because they're not executing like that. And
I think that's because they're dealing with a bunch of leftovers when it comes to this angle. That
No. It's not leftovers.
What?
It's execution.
It is execution. I mean, because honestly, the way the storyline goes, Max is supposed to be the baby face and Cole's supposed to be the heel because they were the devil. And I mean, like, this kind of threw them.
Right.
They're kind of like all over the place with this feud.
Yeah.
They got a lot
hold on.
all over the place. And, like, they don't have a clear direction of what they want to do with these guys. Like,
and Tommy, let me say this. This is a history throughout AEW, and this is why they have problems. Think about the history of AEW. They're trying to do something where there's no such thing as heels or faces. There's only people, and you cheer for who you want. This is what the shortcuts that I'm talking about when it comes to the Young Bucks. Because the Young Bucks cannot perform in a heel face environment. They have to do it to where everybody cheers for the cool moves. Yay! This is what makes me mad about AEW. And what I think that they have the potential to switch and become a successful company. If they get out of that mindset. Because guess what? Whenever you watch a show, there's an antagonist and there's a hero. No matter what show you watch. Scooby-Doo. The monsters are the fucking antagonists. Scooby-Doo and them is the heroes. The A-Team.
Well, Bobby,
you got BA and you got all the A-Team as the heroes, and you got these guys doing the crooked shit as the antagonists. It always has to be that one force versus the other. Now, does the forces switch, and you don't know who's who at times? Yes, it does. But at the same time, you have to establish who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. Get that set and let it run.
well, Bobby,
Again,
at the end of our review, I have some thoughts on that because it has to do with, well, a little bit later on, I'll have some thoughts on that when we get to Tap Out in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next match for the TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné defending against Chris Statlander. And
I want to go first in this one.
Okay, go ahead, Bobby.
Everybody knows I love women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I promote women's wrestling. I'm a catalyst for it. I think it should be produced more. I think more. They should pay attention more to it. Now, I will admit, I've been hard on Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
I have.
Yes.
I have come to the conclusion that AEW is the land that managers need to be. Because her promo skills suck. She can't tell a story. But she can execute a story in the ring properly. That's one of the differences. Two types of ways you can tell a story. You can execute it in the ring, and you can tell it on the mic. If you do both properly, you're over. Mercedes did a damn good job at the match with Statlander. That was a damn good match. It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was going to be shit. She did well. They both pulled out a lot of shit. And I think Moné is trying to learn his AEW style, because you could tell when she was executing some of these hard moves, she thought it was the finish. And then she had to snap out of it and blah, blah, blah. And that's that pause that makes it thrown off sometimes. She's trying to get used to these AEW finishes where you kick out of this finisher, you kick out of this finisher, come back, and then finish it. She's trying to get used to that system. I gave this match a 3. I gotta admit, it was one of the few things this night that made me happy. But yeah, I hated that Moné walked off with the title. I was Statlander would have got it. But hey, I got to give the girls their props. They did the damn thing that night. 3.
Okay, cool. Motown?
I gave it a 3 too. I mean, I'm kind of like with Bobby on this one. This match was better than I expected. I do agree with him. I mean, either A, she needs a manager, or B, she needs writers like they had in WWE, because her promos still bad in WWE, but they're horrible here. But in ring, no.
hell.
But in ring, she did her job though. Like them two were really good. I'm not surprised that Monet won. I think I think Mercedes gonna end up losing the title to Camille. At least I hope she is. And another reason I'm just not surprised that that Chris Statlander lost is because they don't push her. No matter what Chris Statlander does, they got something against the woman. They don't want to give her a chance. So I don't know what, but Chris Statlander, I don't like how they're using her. I haven't liked how they use her in years. Nothing's changing. She's just going from babyface to heel, but results are the same. But the match itself, it was pretty decent though. So 3.
Okay. Marcus.
You know, you are unfucking believable to me. you all really are. You know, I'm going to say something that I think I've only said twice since we were doing this show, but this was the match of the night. Tony, I hope your mom. Yeah. I hope Mama Motown's listening. I gave it a 4. By far, the best match of the night. The only problem I have with this match is, and you all touched on it earlier, who the fuck was a heel or who was a babyface? Wasn't Statlander just a heel with Willow?
Yeah.
I mean, and then all of a sudden now, her next program, now, is it heel versus bigger heel? I mean,
that's what it seems because, like,
there
was nothing that happened to make her babyface.
Exactly. That was my only issue. But
no transitions.
But Statlander to me is the best women's wrestler in AEW, as far as I'm concerned. I've been hers since she's become here. I mean, I love the false finishes. I mean, unlike all the other matches, what about a gazillion false finishes? Theirs actually made sense. You know, to me, that wasn't Mercedes last night. To me, that was Sasha Banks in the ring last night. To me, I mean, I think this was by far her best match. I mean, to me, Statlander was the only woman that I've seen so far get a decent match out of Jade. So to me, to get a decent match out of Sasha Banks, you know, wasn't that hard. So, but I thought they worked well together. To me, the ending was a perfect heel ending. You know, she bit her on the thigh and rolled her up. I mean, I thought that was great. I mean, to me, this might be my women's match of the year. It very well might be because I don't see much else being better. But I mean, I enjoyed this match. I mean, I told y'all for this week, I got to use for women's wrestling just for this week. Now, don't get it twisted. but y'all hear the tap out. I mean, a moment of the week. But again, I really enjoyed this match. I gave it a 4.
Wow.
Hey, real quick, Mama Motown is watching, Marcus. He commented in the comments.
Well, you know, I don't do it often, so I wanted to see it when I do. She told me I'm too hard, so when I'm good, I wanted to document it for me.
Cool.
I like to bite her on the inside of the leg.
Yeah. Tigress, what say you on this one?
I give this 4.5.
Damn.
This was match of the night for me. I don't like Statlander as a face because just like Tony and Mark, or either Tony or Marcus touched on, she was just a heel when she was with Stokely Hathaway.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how you can turn her heel and then switch back to being a face. I don't understand that.
With no
rhyme,
reason, nothing happened to justify it.
Mm-mm.
It's a big show disease.
Nothing. But I still think Camille's gonna turn on Mercedes, and I said that in the last show. I said if Camille doesn't turn on her at Full Gear, I guarantee you she's gonna turn on her either Winter is Coming, Fight for the Fallen, or Revolution. I still see Camille turning on Mercedes. I do. Because y'all saw how she looked at Mercedes before the pay-per-view. Camille looked at Mercedes like, I'm sick of you. Like, I'm sick of you. I am so sick of you. I can't wait to get away from you. Y'all know that look.
I've seen it all my life.
Yeah. That's how Camille was looking at Mercedes.
2 times divorcee, so I know that look.
Yeah.
Preach.
Tony, you know that look.
Yeah.
I still think Camille's gonna turn on Mercedes. She didn't turn on her at Full Gear, but I guarantee you she's gonna turn on her at either Winter is Coming, Fight for the Fallen, or Revolution. One of the three she gonna do. She gonna turn on Mercedes at one of those three.
I gave this match a 4, and it started out as not quite cohesive in the beginning, but then it switched up to where I agree totally with Marcus. The false finishes really helped with this. Mercedes sold them like she was having a complete mental breakdown. And the only problem that I had with and Statlander was amazing in this match. She sold the leg injury, and they worked on that to perfection. I really thought that she had blown her knee out at one point, which is some very convincing selling. The only real problem I had with this match is that there were at least half a dozen Meteoras by Mercedes. She relied on that way too much. She went to the well, and to the point that the commentators even called it out. But overall, it was a damn good match and a example of what the women's division needs to strive to be. So yeah, that match I definitely gave it a 4. But I think that one of the reasons why a lot of these stagger, stop, and inconsistencies in the storyline is happening is because, and this is just a preview of later on for stuff I've got to say, but I think that AEW is headed for a soft reboot on all their storylines. And this is just one example of it. But I'll cover that later on, but I gave this match a 4. Next in line, and I am really scared to hear what you guys thought of this match. Basically a grudge match, Hangman Adam Page versus Switchblade Jay White.
Oh, can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This match, y'all gonna be surprised. I actually liked it. This was my second favorite match of the night. I gave this match a 3.75. I was surprised but happy that Jay White got the win. I mean, it was definitely a good match. It just felt off a little bit. The fans didn't really seem to be into it too much, though. But I mean, what they did in the ring was really good. It's another one of those things. I'm not sure who the heel and who the face is in this feud, though. But honestly, though, it's a feud I didn't really care about. But I enjoyed the match, not caring about the feud, though. So I'm giving them credit on this one. They performed really well, especially in a match that I had. This would have been a I don't really give a fuck match for me. I really didn't give a fuck about these guys out there, but they surprised me, So I gave it 3.75. They actually did good.
Okay, I'm going to go next on this one because I think it's going to go downhill from here. That's just an anticipation, okay? I gave it the same score, 3.75. And mainly because this match went a completely different direction. And I think that the crowd didn't quite know how to react to it because it was a slower pace than they thought it was going to be. It was more story driven than what they probably thought it was going to be. And as Bobby would point out, it was more fundamental. Hangman Page went after Jay White's leg injury and vice versa. Jay White caused a knee injury to Page that he went after. They both exploited throughout the match, and the ending, it actually ended with the switchblade and took Page down. I was expecting Hangman to get a win back from the last pay-per-view, and the fact that they've fought like several different times now, kind of brought the scale down for me. But the match was extremely well thought out and well done to me. It just, the Jersey crowd was a little weird because they were expecting typical AEW matches, and that is not what they got throughout the night. So I gave it 3 3/4. Ty, you look a little restless, so I'll let you go first. I'll let you go next.
I don't know why y'all say I look restless, but I give this match a 2. At this point, it's just like you touched on. You don't even know who's the heel, who's the face. But if you ask me, Hangman looked like he's the heel and Switchblade's the face, to be honest. The Jersey crowd looked like was suspect. This could have been my match of the night, but this almost became my I don't give a flying flip match.
See, I thought it would go downhill from here.
But with the Titans, I thought there was some hope that they go downhill right away.
Well, maybe. Well, let's see. Marcus, how'd you feel about this match?
Also gave it a 2. You know, I really didn't care about the match. I mean, the in-ring work was okay. It's just I'm hoping that this match don't go the way that the program with Swerve went, where Hangman loses the first 2 match, and so when they have the third match, what's he gonna do? Slit his throat? You know, poke him in the eye with a screwdriver? You know, I mean, what the fuck? You know, this is AEW. I don't know why they try to commit homicide in these matches nowadays. So, you know, I'm not looking forward to the eventual third match with this bullshit feud. So I gave it a 2.
Well, okay, Bobby, God help us all.
Where do I start? Number 1, I don't know what Jay Switchblade, Jay Penknife, Jay Butterknife, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know what they're showcasing to do. I like his buddy Juice Robinson a lot better than him. They should be showcasing that dude. But I digress. We have some born 2-pound white dude that's got a 6-pack. I give him props, he got a 6-pack. I don't lie about that. Versus a dude that shouldn't even have a job at AEW in the first fucking place. This was my I don't give a fuck moment. I said that when we were doing the ratings, and nothing changed when I watched this fucking. I took a peek 3 times when this match was happening. I did sit down and go back and watch it after I had to restart it 4 times. And I was bored. This was nighttime sleep medicine for me. This was better than night call. It helped me get my Z's. This match was so terrible. I want AEW to do so better. And they need to get rid of these 2 completely. The Leprechaun and the asshole gotta go. I gave this a 0.
Well, my prediction turned out correct. That went downhill fast. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I looked at. That's what I felt like I was looking at. Crap.
Well, dare we move on then to our next match, another grudge match and a big one, Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. And let's let Marcus take this one first.
I thought this match was okay. I gave it 2.75. I thought it was going to be better. This was a typical Ospreay match where it starts off slow as fuck, then it goes 100 miles an hour, and you know, they definitely seem to be familiar with each other. Again, too many false finishes for my take. It was that was the thing. That was a thought of the night for me. It's like y'all heard me say a billion times before. What the fuck happened to a finishing move in wrestling, especially in AEW? I don't know, but the right guy won. Fletcher needs to definitely needs to have won this match, and I think he's a decent wrestler. Hopefully they'll do something with him. But 2.75.
Wow. Motown.
This is my match of the night. I enjoyed this match from beginning to end. I love Will Ospreay though, so anytime I get to see him out there is phenomenal. This is the first time I'm sure you could tell these guys wrestled before because they just seemed real familiar with each other. But it's the first time I get to see these two in the ring, so it was really enjoyable for me. I do agree with Marcus though. Too many false finishes in this. You get rid of the false finishes, I would have gave it a 5. But because of so many false finishes, though, I am going to give it a 4.5. I really enjoyed it from beginning to end. The right guy won. My hat's off to Will Ospreay because not on Ric Flair's level, but he kind of reminds me of Ric Flair. He's going to do what's right to help try to make other people stars. Like when we needed somebody to legitimize Swerve as a world champion, Will Ospreay took that L when nobody else thought that he would. Against Kyle Fletcher, I mean, a lot of people would probably pick Ospreay to win that match. Did the right thing. Let him let the kid get this win and everything. Let's try to build a star out of him and everything though. So I'm real happy with Will Ospreay, and in all honesty, and Fletcher looked good in this match. I mean, only problem I had was with Marcus with the false finishes though. But I mean, as far as the match itself, both guys did really, really well though. I was impressed with them though. So it was my match of the night. Gave it 4.5.
I gotta go next on this one. I do. I gave this was also my match of the night. I gave it 4.75, 4 3/4. I cannot get enough of what Will Ospreay brings to the ring. And Kyle Fletcher showed out so much, and as you pointed out, with their familiarity with each other.
Rob, that they had a spot in there where Fletcher countered the Oz cutter into a net breaker, which I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, and that brain buster across the top turnbuckle, my God, that was just about the perfect way and about the only way to end that match. I mean, the only thing that kind of distracted me, that brought it down from a 5, was some of the false finishes, yes, but I could live with that. It's just that it needed Don Callis to actually interfere. Out of all the stuff that didn't need interference on this night, that particular match needed just that little bit, because I really want to see Don Callis get his ass kicked now. I want to see somebody put their foot in Don Callis's ass just to put the emphasis on the this match had everything though. It had a grudge, it had a rivalry, a storyline. It had the kind of pace that an AEW match usually has, and Ospreay and Fletcher were just brilliant together, and I couldn't get enough of this match. It was my match of the night. 4 3/4 stars. I just couldn't get enough of it.
Now, Rob, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else on the panel I could ask if they've seen this match. I'm pretty sure nobody else on this panel has seen the match, these two. But have you seen a match before with these two guys?
Against each other? No.
Yeah. No, I know you guys haven't. I know Rob.
No, I haven't.
Okay, now I understand. Now, I'll wait for my turn.
Okay, well, your turn's next, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. Whoa, what the fuck? All right.
Well, let's just get it through.
I've watched them 2 other times. They wrestled in Europe somewhere. I don't know what the fuck it was. My buddy was watching some shit because he liked shit like that from Europe and all that shit. And I was over at his house and we watched these two motherfuckers. Actually, to be honest with you, that's how I got introduced to Will Ospreay, was against this motherfucker. Well, no, it was before then, but really introduced to him was through this motherfucker. I understand, and let me say this. Please understand what I'm saying here. Everybody on the panel has never seen him wrestle before. So I understand the excitement and the, oh my God, that shit was cold as fuck, man. Unfortunately, I was the same way when I first saw him myself. I looked at this match, and it was the same thing. It was the same exact match, and that pissed me off. The next breaker that you were talking about, Tony, the two matches that I saw them in, they did the same fucking thing.
But see, for me, I don't care they did it before because I didn't see it.
No, but I get what you know, but that's what I'm saying.
Because it's one of those things, I get where you're coming from. Like, they've done it before, but like on the panel, 80% of the panel didn't see that before. And a lot of people who watch AEW haven't seen it before. So I'm happy they did the shit again because the shit was good. Just like you enjoyed it the first time you saw it, we got to enjoy it.
But I did it twice before. You know what I'm saying? In almost the exact same fucking order.
I mean, old school wrestling, like when they used to do house shows, and they did the house shows and the exact same thing before they did the shit on pay-per-view. That's been wrestling.
But the psychology behind it is you might get to the same point, but you get there a different way, and they didn't do that.
No, back in the 80s and 90s, when they did house shows, it was the same match in different cities.
Okay, in different cities, but everybody wasn't watching at the same time.
Right, well, that's how this is.
Well, Bobby, it's well, Bobby, it's kind of like what Flair said about the matches between he and Steamboat in '89. He was flattered that people consider them the greatest matches of all time, but he said that they had 100 matches that were better than that, but that nobody ever saw. Yeah. So what you're saying is that Ospreay and Fletcher had better matches than what we saw last night. It's just that you saw them before, so you weren't impressed.
No. What I'm saying is they had the same exact match before, twice that I've seen. The same exact match. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't better, it wasn't worse. It was the same exact thing. And that's what frustrates me. So
well, I need to...
I want people to consider that I've seen this, and it was the same exact match that I've seen twice before. And to me, it's laziness.
Well, I look at it as biscuits and gravy. I've had that a million times, but I would still love it if I had it tomorrow.
Well,
but I can be a boring guy, though, so I understand where you're coming from. Ty, you get the last word on this.
Let me get my rating.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. Go ahead.
No, I'm stuck between a 2 and a 1.5, honestly.
Damn.
And I'm probably going to go right there in the middle and give it a 1.75.
1.75. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's a valid opinion. Ty, you get to end us off on this one.
I give this 2.95. The match could have been better without the false finishes. And it was actually my first time seeing them wrestle because I've never seen Ospreay and Fletcher wrestle before, so this is my first time seeing them wrestle. The chemistry is there, mainly because of the familiarity with both Ospreay and Fletcher have with one another. So this could have got a higher score if it wasn't for the false finishes.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Next match online is for the TNT Championship. Jungle Bitch, the Jungle Bitch himself, Whack Perry, defending against Daniel Garcia. And Ty, you seem to be happy about this, and so I'll let you start the celebration.
I'm happy about the ending. 5 stars. Let me tell you. Y'all don't know how happy I was when Whack Perry lost the belt to Daniel Garcia. I am so happy Daniel Garcia won the belt. It's his time. I'm going to give Daniel Garcia his shine. This was one of the best matches I ever seen. It was a 5-star match. I know everybody at home like, is this girl high? That wasn't a good match. I'm like, first of all, nobody asked y'all. It's my opinion. Nobody asked y'all. If y'all don't like my opinion, go fuck yourself. I'm on the panel. Y'all ain't. But the only reason I was happy about it, the ending, was Whack Perry lost. Like I said, Whack Perry lost. He ain't got the elite to kick it with him no more. So now, Whack Perry, the elite, and maybe Okada, they can go in the corner somewhere, sit down somewhere, and shut up and eat their food. I'm happy Garcia won. I hope he gets a decent title reign.
We don't call her the Tigress just because it rhymes. That was cool. Bobby, you can take the next one.
I will give Ty a Bravo. So I'm going to agree. The best thing to happen in that match was Daniel Garcia won that chick and sent the baby crying. I can't stand it. Oh God, I'm just afraid they're going to set him to a higher title. I'm afraid they're going to try to counter that. You got. Let's just go on. This match is good. I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as Ty, except the ending, but I enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in 2.75.
Wow. Okay. Marcus?
I gave this match a 2. You know, Rob, you touched on it earlier about us fans wanting AEW to tell more story, do more storytelling. And I'll admit they are. It's just they suck. I mean, they really tried to tell a story for this program, and I don't think anybody gave a fuck. I mean, he got Jack tied up and pouring water at him, or who the fuck cares? You know, I mean, I don't think. I mean, I just wasn't invested in this story at all. I didn't care. You know, I mean, I'm glad Garcia won because I mean, I don't like Perry like everybody else, but I mean, it was all right. I'm just gonna move on. I gave it a 2.
Tony?
This match sucked. I really did not enjoy this shit at all. And because I don't like Jungle Bitch. Fuck that bitch. I don't like him. I don't want to see him out there. I just can't. I've never liked him from the beginning. I mean, he's actually more tolerable now than he was when he was running around with Luchasaurus in his fucking like Tarzan outfit and looking like a fucking goof. Jesus Christ. Because somebody, if I could go back in time, I would give Luke Perry a fucking rubber.
Oh, God. Thank you for joining us on FTW Future
Hey,
Focus.
Tony, I don't know who you hate more,
Tony.
him
His
or
mama said,
Becky.
Tony,
Yeah.
would you get one of them Eddie Murphy rubbers? One with rubber, one with the reinforced steel. Other part of it was rubber.
No, it had to definitely be the reinforced steel one. We want to make sure there's nothing with this motherfucker. His mama should have swallowed it.
Thank you for joining us on FTW.
Don't look confused, Rob. Don't look confused, Rob. We know who you talk about.
Oh my God!
But one reason I gave this match a 2 is because Daniel Garcia finally won. That was it. Like, hopefully Jungle Bitch will go away, far, far away. Go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know why I want you to go there? I don't fucking watch it.
Hey, I watch it. I resent that.
Wait. I'm not saying I don't watch it because it's not good. I don't watch it because I can't get it.
Oh, God.
So fuck Jungle Bitch, fuck the Young Bucks, fuck all these motherfuckers. Happy that fucking bitch lost. I'm happy he ain't got a title. And fuck his mom for having him.
Oh, God.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
It's just a shame she didn't get diddied.
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Oh my God. Motown
or even worse, too bad she didn't get Vince McDiddy. That's when the shit hits the fan, Rob.
I'm not. Thank you for joining us on FTW. I'm going to cry. Oh, thank you for joining us on. That's an even 10. Damn it. Okay. I don't know why we're all on a completely different page here. I think it may be because it's Jack Perry and we all fucking hate his ass. But I gave this a 4.
Boo.
I thought that the action was great. The storyline was sufficient. They're working on that shit. Garcia looked like a bona fide hero in this match. And he went through a whole bunch of shit and adversity. He got the living crap beat out of him. And
was he a bona fide hero and a certified G?
I think he was a certified OG. I think he was a certified OG. He kicked ass and took names and took a belt that we all wanted him to take in this match. So I thought it was exciting. I thought that, and I mean, I won't go as far as Ty did because, you know, as much as I hate Perry, it wasn't just because of the title switch that I gave it a high score. But my God, they were trying. They were trying with this match, and it looks like the Elite are vastly losing power within AEW, which is what we've been screaming for a year and a half. So yeah, I gave it 4. I was impressed with this. But I digress. Next match on the roll is one that I don't think we even had predictions for because it was a last minute entry for the international title, Takeshita defending against Ricochet. And okay, I'll go first on this one because I gave this 3 3/4. Ricochet showed out, but I think they were a little bit too early in giving him this match because it was too early to take the title off Takeshita. And they toned things down again for this match. Although Ricochet showed out with he has a brilliant array of moves that WWE never exploited and never highlighted, which is why he's in AEW in the first place. But Takeshita is a powerful, grounded wrestler and performer, and he could like counteract Ricochet's stuff. And for every huge move that Ricochet did, Takeshita could catch him, keep him grounded. They did amazing stuff in and out of the ring, and they teased Don Callis interfering, which it should have happened in the Ospreay match, but it didn't happen here. Which they teased it, but not enough. They teased it, but just enough. But there was some pacing issues here because they really wanted to slow things down. This whole card, they made a concerted effort to not have typical AEW matches except for a couple times. And this was a prototypical example of it. Takeshita had to go over, which detracted from it a little bit, but I liked this match. 3 3/4 on this one. Tony.
Well, I didn't like this match.
Really?
It was okay in my opinion. I gave it a 2.5. It was too soon for Takeshita to lose the title, but damn, I just felt like we got the same old Ricochet from WWE. Good match, lose. Good match, lose. He's having good matches and he's still losing. It's like same shit, different company. This match, the reason I didn't like this match though is because it just seemed like it went too long and they slowed it down too much. This match was too slow paced for me. I was not out. I expected more out of these guys. I think it should have went a little faster, and I don't think the match should have been as long as it was. So I gave it 2.5.
Okay, Ty.
I give it a 2. I agree with Tony. You know, it's just Ricochet being at AEW is like
Man, more women need
him
to say.
wrestling in
More
WWE
women need to say I
again.
agree with Tony.
The reason I agree with you, Tony, is because, every time they put Ricochet in a match, it's like, it's a good match, but he loses. What's the point? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I can't wait for him to face Zack Sabre Jr. Maybe he could put on a good match there and maybe win, but I don't think they're gonna take the belt off Sabre Jr. They're not. Would I want Ricochet to win against Takeshita? Absolutely, but ain't no way in the world they're gonna take the belt off Takeshita, and they probably ain't gonna take the IWGP title like off Zack Sabre Jr.
I still want to see it though.
Me
Still
too.
want to see it. Marcus.
Oh, without doubt, yes.
I gave this match a 3. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was going to be better. I thought, I wasn't really sure why they had this match. I mean, you got the guy and Takeshita you're trying to push against your newest big signing. So, I was kind of surprised they got Ricochet taking the L already, and he only been here a few months. But overall, I don't know. The match was a little too slow for my taste. Takeshita is one of the big guys that I think could have kept up with Ricochet doing his thing. I think they should have let it go that route. But overall, still not a bad match. Gave it a 3.
Okay.
I think why Ricochet's taking all these L's is because he's got so many fucking wins in the bedroom because he gets to put it on Samantha Irvin on a nightly basis like does.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus, the Wonderful Wives of Wrestling edition.
I'm just saying, on TV he's losing, but in the bedroom he's winning.
Well, he's winning in the bank account too. I'm sure that for all the jobs he's doing in WWE and elsewhere, he's got a healthy bank account. So
he could be the fucking Josh right. Pin me, pay me.
Well, that's the way it usually goes. I mean, working is working, as they say. Bobby, if you dare.
1.75. That's all I'm gonna say.
4.75?
No.
Oh, you said 0.75.
1.
I thought he said 4 at first too. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I almost shit. I thought I was hearing things.
Yeah, maybe watch the match again.
1.75 is what you said. Okay, just clarifying there, Bobby. All right. But that's all you want to say?
That's all I want to say.
Okay. All right. Our next match, wait.
Swerve Strickland and Bobby Lashley match.
Oh yeah, that's right. Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley. I kind of lost track of my glasses there. But yes, next match, Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby, you can take this one if you want.
Good match. I like the way you put it off. I'm kind of tripping on the ending of it. They choked out Nana. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
But they got the point across. I got to give this a 3 as well.
Okay. I'll go next on this one. I gave this match 3 1/4. It mainly because Bobby is right. This match happened way too early, and I'm starting to agree with the panel in that they are putting Swerve on too much of a losing streak, considering how over that he still is. I still say that he is one of the biggest stars AEW has, and that he is still like crazy over, but they need to do something different in order to switch gears with him so that he keeps his how hot he is right now. Lashley had to win this match. I don't think there was any other option. If he had lost it, or if they had DQ'd him, then you know it would not have looked as good for him. But Lashley showed why he's a major player in every promotion that he's ever been to. He's powerful, he's agile, he's got the whole package, and unlike certain other people, Brock Lesnar, he actually knows how to make an opponent look good without fucking up their entire image. Getting more heat by dragging Nana in and putting the Hurt Lock on him. It solidified Strickland's face status. The only thing is that Swerve and Lashley don't exactly mesh well. There's kind of a styles clash there that they need to overcome. But overall, it was a decent match, so I gave it 3 1/4. Ty.
1.75.
Ooh, okay.
I don't like this match because they're giving Swerve the Ricochet treatment.
Speaking of,
as much as I wanted Swerve to win, he's already lost 2 pay-per-views in a row. Now this is the 3rd pay-per-view he lost. I was hoping he would win, but you know, I gotta give props to Lashley. But they need to stop giving Swerve the Ricochet treatment. They gotta stop this.
Motown.
Do better, Tony Khan. Do better.
Yeah.
First of all, Tony Khan needs to change his goddamn first name. He's no longer Tony Khan. He's Anthony Khan. Fuck him. He don't deserve.
Is that his real? Is that his government name or
his government name is Anthony? Just like this man whose government name is Vince McDiddy.
Oh.
Nah, that's his newly crowned government name, Vince McDiddy.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh, God.
This match was way too soon. It was definitely way too soon. Yeah, Bobby Lashley had to win this. Like, you can't bring Bobby Lashley in and he lose his first pay-per-view match. But, Jesus Christ, Swerve needed this win, too. The match itself, it was a decent match. It was okay. I mean, I did like when Swerve delivered the Swerve stomp on off the ring step through the announce table. That was pretty good spot in the match. They had their moments. The chemistry, wasn't there. It did look like this is the first time they worked together, which is why I didn't really rank the match even any higher than I did. I didn't penalize them for Swerve losing again, but because I get it, like you can't have Bobby Lashley lose this match, but Jesus Christ, Swerve need to win. It's going just like I said, like when Swerve dropped that belt to fucking Daniel Bryan instead of retiring him, and I was like, they're dropping the ball with Swerve. Everybody thought it was crazy. Like, no, he's gonna do this. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do this. They're not. I'm really worried for Swerve. I really am. I don't like where they're going with him though. So, but I gave this match a 2.5.
Okay. Marcus, you get last on this one.
I gave this match a 3. I thought they made Lashley look really good. I mean, he was throwing Swerve around like he was a little, like 50-pound paperweight. I mean, I'm like, damn, he looked like he was really fucking Swerve up. You can tell they definitely hadn't worked together before. There was a couple of spots where I don't know, like especially the one through the table, we see Lashley had to, and while Swerve was running at him, Lashley had to jump up practically on the table to meet him there. So I don't know. So there was timing was definitely off. I'm fine with Lashley winning, but I would have liked to have seen Swerve look strong. Like, okay, you beat me, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and Schultz afterwards with a chair or something that even in the L he looks strong. Instead of just putting him to sleep and completely just, I'm not gonna say bury him. I think that's a strong word, but I would like to see a ending where Lashley won, but Swerve looks strong. But overall, not bad. Gave it a 3.
Okay, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now as we go to our main event. Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy for the AEW World Title. And I'm going to go first on this one because, again, I think it's going to go downhill from here. This is just an anticipation. Again, I gave this main event 3.75. And the reason is because what I thought was going to happen happened. Cassidy turned it up. He didn't do his typical shit. They tried to make him the hero of AEW, and they succeeded. It's just that it wasn't enough to overcome Moxley. Cassidy did all the bleeding, all of the sacrificing. He hit Moxley with everything that he had, but it wasn't enough. There was storyline development in this, especially at the ending when they had all of the aftermath with Darby, with Page and White and Christian Cage, and all of that. It was a touch much for me because I don't want them to do that much storyline shit. I don't want them to go to WWE levels of extraneous backstage bullshit. But the stuff they're doing with the Death Riders, the stuff that they are trying to do with Moxley, turning him into a hard ass controlling monster heel for the company, and having Orange Cassidy make that first sacrifice as kind of the company mascot, if you want to put him that way. The way that they sacrificed him and the way that they had him elevate to such a sympathetic babyface position, especially with all the blood that he shed, I thought that was cool. Now, the rest of the panel may disagree with me. I anticipate that, but I gave this 3 3/4. It wasn't my match of the night by far. I had 3 other matches on top of it and 2 others tied, but I enjoyed it. I really did. And everybody thought it was going to be dog shit. And maybe some of you thought it was, but I gave it 3 3/4. Okay, who wants to disembowel me first?
I'll go ahead and go.
Okay.
I give this 1.75. This match wasn't shit to me. First of all, those two do the weakest fucking forms I've ever seen. You know the way they do that bullshit back and forth. Those forearms like shit. They were terrible. And the false finishes in this match was egregious. I got so sick of it. I mean, when Cassidy knocked the shit out of Moxley with that suitcase and he kicked out, I was about done. I was that was awful. I mean, you don't hit somebody like that with supposedly some kind of metal object and they kicked out. I mean, that was just some bullshit to me. I mean, it's getting to the point where you got to commit murder to get a 3 count in AEW. I mean, to me, 1.75. Actually, the more I talk about it, 1.5. I'm going 1.5. I was
The score dropping as he
yeah,
discusses it.
bad, just a
Go
bad.
to the next person before he drops it again.
I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to drop like surreptitiously. Holy crap. Motown, since you spoke up, please.
I actually like the match.
Oh God.
Here's why I like the match. I don't like Orange Cassidy. I enjoy Mox beating the fuck out of him. I mean, honestly, like everybody talk about what a great heel MJF is. Mox is the biggest heel in the company. He's the biggest badass. He's arguably their best star in the company as far as like what he's actually done in AEW. It's really kind of hard to say that anybody has done more in AEW through their time there than Jon Moxley. And I like this heel run they got him going on. And I like the fact that like he beat fucking Orange Cassidy bloody. One thing that did help me enjoy the match, like Rob said though, Orange Cassidy checked that bullshit in the fucking dressing room. He didn't bring all that extra shit out there, and he just came out there to wrestle. That's why I was kind of happy they busted him up early, because when Mox busting him up early, basically set the tone like you ain't doing that shit in this match.
And it was the only blood of the night.
It was. That was honestly. This is a different AEW pay-per-view from start to finish. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, only a couple of matches were the typical matches. They really slowed down a lot. Some of the stuff is kind of questionable, but it didn't have that typical AEW feel to it. But that's one of those biggest pluses, though. Like, we don't need to see blood throughout the entire match. And I think the fact that we didn't see it until this match, I enjoyed it even more. Because we went like 3-4 hours without any. And then a motherfucker I wanted to see bled. Okay. I like what they're doing with Moxley. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they're not doing right. I really like what they're doing with Moxley, because you can't make MJF your ultimate heel because people love him too much. But Moxley, he's that dude. Well,
they at least love him in Jersey too much. We'll see about the rest of the country. What was your score?
I gave it a 3.
Okay. Ty, you go next, and then we'll end with Bobby, because I think I know what's going to happen there. But go ahead.
Oh, God. I give this match a 2.95.
Okay.
I didn't like the only thing I didn't like was the Orange Cassidy doing the whole, his normal shtick and everything like that. I'd rather watch Mina Shirakawa spear Mariah May during the champagne celebration than watch the little boring thing Orange Cassidy did. Y'all talk about there wasn't blood the whole time. There was a little bit after Mina Shirakawa speared Mariah May.
Yeah, but you didn't have a bloodbath every match, though. I mean,
that's true. That's true. But that's a story for another time. The only thing I liked about it was the only part I liked was Willow Nightingale showing up and beating the crap out of Marina Shafir. I'm sorry. I don't like Marina Shafir beating up on men. I'm sorry. I don't. Now, as a woman, I don't condone putting my hands on a man. And I don't condone any other woman doing that. So to all the women out there that's watching it, don't put your hands on no man. Don't do that. Well, Marina Shafir, yeah, but that's my PSA. Don't do what Marina Shafir does and beat up on men. Don't do that.
Well, don't beat up on anybody unless you really have
don't beat up on nobody.
Unless it's a sanctioned fight or they come at you first,
Exactly. Okay. But the point see, Mox is like the psycho badass heel. We all talk about MJF as a good heel. Moxley is the psychotic badass super heel, in my opinion. You got the chicken shit heel, the monster heel, the mean girl heel for the females, and we got the psychotic badass heel. Mox takes being a heel to a whole other level.
Mox, in my opinion, is what Stone Cold was trying to do in the beginning of his big run in WWE. Because remember,
Yeah.
Stone Cold was trying to do everything he can to be that monster heel, and everybody
Mhm.
loved what he did. Like Mox is
Mhm.
doing what Stone Cold wanted to do.
Well, it was a different era. In the 90s, people were looking for a Punisher-esque anti-hero, and Austin turned out to be
But
it.
remember, though,
eventually.
Austin didn't want to be a babyface. Like he just
No.
hill shit,
No.
and it was like he just the more hill shit he did, the more they cheered him.
But see, in the mid to late 90s, people didn't want a baby face, period.
Yeah.
That was the whole deal. Bobby, close us out.
Everybody get
John
the holy water for this.
fucking Moxley and Orange fucking Cassidy. We're short on time. We're gonna make it short and sweet. Fuck this match. Fuck everything about it. Fuck that it was even made. Fuck somebody thought about it. I don't want no Diddy oil or nothing. Just fuck them. This is the dumbest shit on earth. The only thing that I'm glad they didn't do was give one catch to the belt because I was afraid of that. This gets a -2.
Oh, damn.
This should have never been done. John Moxley is a piece of shit. He's trying to act like a heart, which somebody really confronted him. He probably pee on his fucking self. Orange Cassidy will be too fucking lazy to pee on himself, so it come out another orifice of his fucking body. I'm sorry. This is a waste of time.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Shitting on heads to exploding out of orifices. Wow.
And we're not going to talk about what she took.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. My God. Okay, moving on to our You Tapped Out segment, and we will start with the inventor of the Tapped Out segment, Marcus Buckley. What was yours this week?
Okay, guys, please indulge me for a moment because there are two really egregious ones that I have to do my Tony math on. The first one is, I'm not going to go into it because I don't know if I saw it on that, but who or what the fuck is a Big Boom AJ? Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that. And why did they have to do that bullshit?
I didn't even see that.
Okay, well, good for you and your eyes. Okay.
Well, my eye and a half, but I digress.
Yeah. Okay, but my actual tap out this week goes to Kenny Omega. Sorry, Ty, but okay. I saw him do an interview.
All is forgiven, Marcus. I know Kenny's my side boo.
Okay.
I'm gonna let it slide.
I just saw him do an interview where the interviewer asked a question, why is he having this return match in New Japan? Which was almost my tap out last week because I think Tony Khan is a fucking idiot for letting him have his return match with a different company.
Yep.
Okay. But Kenny Omega says he's having his return match there. He feels like he owes New Japan, and AEW doesn't need him right now. Is he out of his fucking mind? Has he seen the ratings? Has he seen the
attendance?
Okay, and not only that, who would be more perfect for the sake of a storyline to come back and lead All Elite against the Death Riders? Who, as one of the founding fathers, one of the original four? That I'm like, he is a fucking moron. He must still.
Honestly, it's good programming.
Right. It's the story. They have history. The story's there. The first pay-per-view when Moxley gave him the DDT to the stage. I mean, it's right there. They got history, and he's coming back in New Japan. They don't need him right now. I was like, he's still under his own morphine drip. He's got. I mean, he's got to be. That was some of the dumbest shit I've heard Omega say in a long time. I couldn't fucking believe it. They don't need him right now. He is fucking pippin'. They don't need me. They got Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? That's a huge tap out for me.
That's a good tap out, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, speaking of good tap outs, Ty, what do you have?
I can't believe y'all shit on my side boo like that. I'm gonna let it go.
Man, he took a Vince McMahon dump on your side, boo.
Oh, thank you for joining us on FTW. I'm sorry, Ty.
I hope Omega's mouth was closed.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
Hey, sitting right here, okay?
Oh, dear God.
My tap out has to be Vince McMahon and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Department of Education, Linda McMahon, and the Ring Boy scandal. I don't know if y'all seen the story, but
yeah,
they brought Linda McMahon into it too. My thing is, how do we know Linda McMahon wasn't involved in the Ring Boy scandal with Vince?
we don't know.
We don't. You're right. We don't. But they had to drag her into it. We can't leave her in 2024 because she's gonna be working for Trump.
Man, we need to leave that bitch in 1996.
Yeah, we do. Honorable mention for tap out moment. I don't like how NXT is doing Lexus King. I don't like him as a face. I like him as a cocky, arrogant heel.
They turned him face?
Oh, yeah! He's too much of a baby face.
I don't get the CW, so I haven't seen NXT.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they won't call him Brian Pillman Jr. and the fact that
they did when he was in AEW.
Exactly.
No, he said that he's talking about WWE.
I know. If he's going to be a baby face, they might as well use the name.
As a baby face, yeah. I mean, him being a heel makes sense that he's Lexus King.
Yeah.
He's anti-Brian. But yeah, if he's a baby face, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why I like him as a cocky, arrogant heel. I don't like him as a face.
Okay. No, that's a good tap out. Bobby, what's yours?
Marcus said, man.
Oh, Marcus gave yours the Omega interview.
The same fucking way. I'm sorry, Todd, but I mean, Omega gets the whole fucking McMahon all over his head.
Oh, thank you for joining us on FTW.
That was bullshit. That was straight bullshit. Tony Khan's
Fix
a fucking
it, Jesus.
He's a fucking Tony Khan's a fucking bitch right now for letting that happen. So.
What's your tap out, Motown?
All right. Before I get my actual tap out, for you two, it's Tony Khan. It ain't Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is doing what Tony Khan said. Like, Tony Khan's letting him go over there. Tony Khan probably told him to say that bullshit. I mean, he just basically buried himself because he's making himself look irrelevant. And fuck you, CW and NXT, because I can't see you guys. But my actual tap out is the treatment of Swerve Strickland. I said that they dropped the ball, having him lose to Bryan Danielson. And then a week later, he lose to fucking Hangman Adam Page. And then he returns to pay-per-view and he loses fucking again. And everybody kept talking about, oh no, it's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. He loses on the biggest pay-per-view of the year. And they're going to lose 2 more times after that. Bryan Danielson was retiring regardless. Why not make Swerve a fucking megastar by retiring him? He's already over, but Jesus Christ. If you're going to have him lose to fucking Bobby Lashley, if he would have retired Bryan Danielson a few months back, and then that would have made that win even bigger. But now Bobby Lashley, you just beat him after 2 other people did. I hate what they're doing with Swerve. I hated it when they did it in London. I've been pissed about it since. And AEW's not doing anything to change my fucking mind. So fuck you, Anthony Khan. Fucking go to hell.
Okay. Okay, my tap out has to do with the rumors that Logan Paul is going to wrestle Mike fucking Tyson at Mania 41. What in the fuck is WWE Creative smoking?
Move on, Rob. That's not a rumor. That's a spoiler.
I had you in mind when I posted that, Rob.
No, it's not a spoiler. It's an abomination, is what it is.
Well, fucking rumor. That's happening.
It's a prophecy of doom, is what it is. It's a goddamn cash grab, number one. An obvious and strictly stupid-ass cash grab to try to sucker people who don't watch wrestling into watching wrestling on one fucking weekend just to make an extra dime and squeeze it out of stupid-ass people. Number two, the only reason they're going through with it, other than the money, is to get Tyson his win back after that horrible fucking staged stupid-ass fight that
speaking of that fight, him and Jake Paul are suspended or something like that.
Yeah, and for good reason. Number one, they were pissed off about the age difference between the two, and all Jake Paul did was dance around and get a few shots in on Tyson, and Tyson held back his punches. Apparently,
they shouldn't be mad at the age difference. They should be mad at the fact that Jake Paul is 30 years younger than Mike Tyson, couldn't knock his ass out.
They should be mad at the fact that the whole debacle opened up a black hole of suck in reality that would have damn near killed us all had anybody actually seen the motherfucker if Netflix had been on the ball.
Whoa. Leave Netflix alone. Netflix, you watching, I love you. Because my stream was fucking perfect. I don't know what I did to get a good stream out of Netflix, but I'm going to defend them. Anytime somebody gets something bad about them, I'm gonna say something good about them because my shit worked.
Motown, you are technically blessed. Apparently, the 55 other million people around the world. Now, how the hell are they?
55 million people had problems, and it was like 55 total people that did. And I made number 55.
Well, the rest of the world is suing Netflix over that bullshit, and the only way they're getting out of it is by using TKO so that Logan Paul, the brother who's a media whore, can give Tyson his win back and maybe get the lawsuit thrown out or cushioned. It's fucking ridiculous. And on top of that bullshit, the possible Cena breaking Flair's record either at or before WrestleMania, and all of the other shit that may happen, including what could possibly be the worst WrestleMania main event in history. WrestleMania 41 may make WrestleMania 40 look like WrestleMania 17. And because of that possibility, that's my tap out.
But real quick though, Rob, I'm not really confident that Tyson's going to get his W back at WrestleMania against Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
If he doesn't, it would make the whole operation even more pointless. It really would. It would.
No, and I'll be honest with you. If I'm booking WWE, I would not book Mike Tyson to win that match.
It would be the vomit icing on a diarrhea cake.
But here's the reason I wouldn't book Tyson to win that. Logan Paul is your wrestler. He's gonna be there. Tyson ain't. I'm not having Tyson beat my guy.
Unless it's like the screw job finish, like somebody. Yeah. That's when Tyson wins.
But no, Logan. I would have Logan Paul get that W over Tyson and have him brag about that shit for weeks and weeks, like months, years. Shit, that could be his. I beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night moment.
But you could,
I was going to be there for some years.
yeah, but you can use that to set up your next program. If they interfere in Logan Paul losing, that's your next program after Mania.
Oh God, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Oh my God in heaven, what the hell is wrong with this world? Okay, let's clean our palates and go to moment of the week. Ty, what do you got?
Okay, moment of the week has to be at Full Gear, and it involves the champagne celebration between the AEW Women's Champion Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. It all went good. It was good at first, but when Mina started to like break it down, get her little dance on, that was when Mariah May snuck up out of nowhere, tried to hit Shirakawa with the champagne bottle, but Mina Shirakawa saw that shit from a mile away and kicked it out her hand. And then Mina cussed her out, speared Mariah off the ramp. We saw a little bit of blood from Shirakawa's mouth. I guess we could say that the friendship and the pseudo lesbian relationship between Mariah May and Shirakawa is over. Is done.
Well, personally, I'd rather have pseudo lesbianism than timeout Tony.
I love timeout Tony Storm, but I agree with you, Rob.
Honorable mention. My other boo.
There's nothing like HLA, some hot lesbian action.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus.
Honorable mention, my other boo, speed walking like he's getting chased in a horror movie. When he did that contract signing with Tomohiro Ishii, he's sitting there walking. I'm like, the hell are you doing? Why are you speed walking in a horror, like you, the white woman in a horror movie? Hey, at least my other boo didn't trip on no air. There's that.
Okay, we're at 5:47 right now. We gotta get to go.
Okay, sorry about that. Bobby, what's your moment?
Chelsea Green.
Just Chelsea Green?
Advancing in the U.S. Women's Tournament. I think she deserves it. So.
Okay. Marcus, your moment.
I'll be quick. You always say, Ty, if you know, you know. Miss Parker. Oh my God.
Okay.
That's it. If you saw the match, you know what I'm talking about.
Motown.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. When Paul Heyman came back, oh my God, I fucking marked out. I know the crowd went nuts when he brought CM Punk out, but my moment was the return of the wise man. All is right in the world. I'm actually looking forward to War Games now, which I don't really understand why they had to have a 5-on-5 family versus family with two people not in the family, which is fucking stupid. You could have did 4-on-4 and called it a day, but we got the wise man back.
Well, two and a half people that aren't in the family because Sami Zayn's only honorary.
Facts. I give Sami Zayn a pass because at least he is a former member of the bloodline.
All right.
No, he's an OG bloodline person. So, but Paul Heyman, so happy to have him back.
My moment of the week was Full Gear as a whole, and I'll tell you why. Because whether we liked it or didn't like it, it looks to me like AEW is trying to implement all of the changes that this panel and all of AEW's detractors have been complaining about since the inception of the company for 5 years. Now, you can say that the execution sucks, but they're trying to turn things around as far as execution, storyline, and other aspects of the company that we've been complaining about. And this debut that they're going to do January 6th on Max, Fight for the Fallen, I think is maybe the next defining moment for that company, and it's going to show us what the future holds for the next 5 years for AEW. And that's my moment, because I think the future looks bright for AEW, and even though I may be alone in that assessment. Okay, moving on to, with Bobby's permission, if we have time, we're going to do our predictions for Survivor Series.
Thank God there's not a lot of matches.
Exactly. Well, okay, we've got 3 matches announced, but 5 potential ones. So we're going to make a prediction for 5 if we've got time. We've got... sorry, I got to get my glasses again. We've got Nakamura, just announced, Nakamura versus LA Knight for the United States title. Marcus, who you got?
LA Knight. Nakamura wouldn't come back winning there. Not yet.
Okay, Bobby?
I didn't even know this one was on. LA Knight.
Okay. Ty?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with LA Knight.
Okay. Tony?
LA Knight! Yeah!
And on that note, I have to make it unanimous. As much as I love Shinsuke Nakamura, WWE has never and will never push him in a way that's in any way significant. So I'm going to say LA Knight as well. Second potential match, just announced but not official yet, for the undisputed WWE title, Cody Rhodes defending against Kevin Owens. I'll go first on this one. I think Owens is going to take it. This may be the moment that they've been waiting for to get the title off of Cody, because they want to keep Cody's merch sales, but they don't want him to be the champion. They never wanted him to be the champion, and so they're going to make Kevin Owens their transitional champion. If it doesn't happen here, it's probably going to happen at the Rumble, but if they do have this match, Owens is taking it, so I'm going with Owens. Motown.
I thought I was going to be the only one to pick KO.
Wow, okay.
I think that, I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes' title reign has been stale. I mean, we need the
by design. I think by design.
I mean, I have some of the programming they put him in, I haven't been happy with. The programming with KO has been the best one. If not KO, I can see Randy Orton turning heel if he comes back and taking the title, though. But we're not sure what's going to go on Randy Orton, though. So right now, I think KO is the one to do it. And the way they're pushing him now, it's time. And I'm sorry, KO deserves it. He hasn't been a world champion, like 8 years or so?
I can't remember.
In the company, he deserves a title run. He deserves to take the title from Cody Rhodes and take it into WrestleMania. And hopefully he's not facing John Cena.
God help us all. Bobby.
Cody.
Okay. Marcus.
All reports indicate that WWE is very happy with Cody, and with the main event coming on next month at Netflix, the month after that, they're going with the babyface champion. So I'm going with Cody.
Okay. Ty?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Cody Raheem to retain.
Okay. Cool. Okay, moving on to the announced matches. For the world title, Walter/Gunther versus Damian Priest. Bobby, who you got?
Walter/Gunther/ some German dude that's got a problem. I don't know. That's bad.
Okay. Ty.
I'm going with Walter with help from Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay. Marcus.
I'm going opposite. I think Priest wins because Ludwig cost Walter the title.
Okay. Motown.
Got 3 words. Fuck you, Marcus.
Oh.
Okay.
Same pit, same reason.
Yeah. Just don't shit on my head. That's all.
Nah, I'm not gonna be Vince McDaddy.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Dear God. Wow, we have had a world of shit on us this week. I am going to go with Walter / Gunther here because it makes the most sense. He's still too hot to lose the belt. I think that if they do take it off of him, they're going to take it off of him at WrestleMania. So they're going to save that for them. The women's War Games match. We have Team Rhea Ripley versus Team Liv Morgan. Ty, what say you?
I'm going with Team Mommy.
Cool. Motown.
I'm going Team Mommy as well.
Okay, Marcus.
I don't give a fuck.
First one on the board. There we go. And from the person we would expect it to come from.
Wow.
Well, to Marcus's credit, he doesn't like women in gimmick matches, especially. So that I don't give a fuck is earned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bobby.
Real.
Okay, and I'll make that kind of sort of unanimous, and I'll go with Team Ripley as well. And the main event, Bloodline 2.0 plus Bronson Reed versus Bloodline Plus versus Bloodline Plus with CM Punk. Motown.
OG Bloodline. All day, every day on this one. I like what they've been doing with the Bloodline, especially the new guys and everything, and helping them come up and everything, but they're not winning War Games. In all honesty, you can't have the OG Bloodline with CM Punk lose this one. They've been getting their W's, which is good, but all the W's that the new Bloodline 2.0, or as I like to call it, the Dollar Store Bloodline, been getting, that's coming to an end on Saturday.
The Dollar Store Bloodline.
Yeah, Dollar Store Bloodline.
Nice.
Or the Temu one.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I think Bloodline 2.0 wins this because, and this is a off the wall prediction here, but I think that Punk is going to turn. I think that he is going to attack Roman Reigns.
I ain't gonna lie. And a Punk turn could be a Punk and Heyman turn.
Yes.
I mean, yes. I thought about that though, so Ron. So I don't think you're really far off on that.
Well, I mean, it's not far off, but it's kind of an out there prediction because if they're going to go with CM Punk in the Royal Rumble with Roman Reigns, then they're setting up a match for Punk versus Reigns at Mania because neither one of them are going to win that if Cena, God help us all, wins the Rumble so that he can challenge Owens or Gunther. So that may be one way to keep the actual match that I don't want to see from happening. So we'll see how it goes.
You came in Owens. I like that.
Anyways, Bobby, what say you?
Man, this is hard. Well, we'll go ahead with the OTC. I'm thinking they're going to do something so Solo and them can get shut down for a minute, but they come back a little bit more vicious. And what's going to happen is somebody's getting hurt. Whether it's CM Punk, Sami Zayn, somebody, one of them is getting hurt. That new bloodline is going to do something dirty. And then it's going to be Jacob Fatu that's going to do it. And it's going to be Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns.
Okay. Ty.
I'm gonna have to go with the OG bloodline. I'm sick of the Temu, Shein, Dollar Store, Great Value bloodline.
Great Value bloodline. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Marcus, close us out on this.
OG bloodline. They absolutely need this win to keep the storyline going and make them seem possible.
Okay, cool. I think we have time for one last very quick moment here. Our last order of business is, will Survivor Series be better than Full Gear? I think we'll go on a lightning round for this one because I think I know most of our answers, but let's go around the horn. Marcus, will Survivor Series be better?
I think it has a chance. I'll say yes.
Okay. Ty.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Okay, cool. All right. Motown.
My opinion, less is more. So yes.
Okay. Bobby.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that it's got a chance, but it's got an uphill battle because we've been complaining about scramble matches on here for a long time. And even though it is War Games and it's in a cage, it's still a scramble match. It's going to have weapons and steel and maybe some blood this time because WWE is trying to kind of sort of have balls for Netflix. But it's going to be a struggle match quality wise. And so it's got a chance, but I'm on the negatory side on that one. On that note, that our time is up this week for FTW Future Focus. I think this was a real good, productive therapy session, and we got a straight up 20. Thank you for joining us this week. So we got a healthy dose of fun. On behalf of Tony Motown Allen, Marvelous Marcus Buckley, the Tigeress Ty Nicholson, and the Mastermind Bobby Rogers, I am your not so humble correspondent, Robert Black, saying so long, everybody. We will see you next week. Enjoy your Thanksgiving and hit that James Brown, baby!
Hit it. Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good? Feeling good. It's groovy. There's so much bone, brother. How you feel, man? I feel all right. I'll call your name. I don't want no people to know you're in here.